Welcome in, folks. District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal here on D10sports.com, YDL Sports Network, your daily local. It's the top-seeded Warren Dragons against the number 8 seed Slippery Rock Rockets. Andy Close here, Brian Hagberg will be joining you momentarily. Again, a little bit of a late call here, but so glad we're able to bring you this broadcast this evening. Again, and what should be a very entertaining game and what is a very entertaining Class 4A bracket in general. You look at this as an 18 bracket, but legitimately, I would say 7 teams could probably win this thing, and no one would be surprised. And Slippery Rock is one of them. Well, we're going to go ahead with the starting line for it now, actually. For Warren, number 3, Brady Burdine. Junior, number 10, Tommy Nyquist. Dragons come in with a record of 15 wins and 7 losses. 6'1", junior, number 23, Braylon Barnes. 5'8", senior, number 0, Parks Ordaway. And rounding out the lineup for the Dragons will be Owen Becker, the 6'4", senior, wearing number 21. The Dragons in their white uniforms. They are the home team on the scoreboard. And now for the Slippery Rock Rockets, under the direction of A.J. Motto with a record of 11 wins and 11 losses. Again, weren't sure they were going to get in 6. We weren't sure if we were going to have a 6-team or an 8-team bracket District 10, but Slippery Rock kind of forced District 10's hand here by playing so well down the stretch. Their starters, number 1, Levi Prementine.
Well, and that big win over Grove City to end the regular season really, I think, propelled them into the postseason.
Oh, it really did. Number 2, John Sabo. Number 3, Dylan Gordon. Guard, 6'1", senior, number 12, Jacob Wolak for the Rockets. And senior, number 43, Quinn Parson. Again, the Rockets come in with a record of 11 wins and 11 losses. Again, we're very hot down the stretch, had that huge win over Grove City. We're going to pause here for the national anthem and come right back.
Yeah, Chris Rossetti here at Tynesta Builder Supplies. I'm at the one in Shippenville right now. Hey, Christmas just around the corner here. With locations in Shippenville and Tynesta, Tynesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tynesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tynestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
All right, that was the national anthem. Again, Warren and Slippery Rock getting set to do battle this District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal from the beautiful Haggerty Family Event Center here in Erie. Winner will face the winner of the 4-5 game between General McLean and Hickory in the semifinals. That part of a doubleheader down in Farrell. This is part of a doubleheader here. The second game will be coming up later, right after this one, Harbor Creek and Sharon, as we are just about ready to go here. It will be Becker jumping for the Dragons and Wolak for the Rockets. And we are underway. It's into the hands of Tommy Nyquist, the Dragons' 3-year starter, junior point guard. We'll get things going here. Nyquist dribble handoff to Barnes. Barnes, the Ordaway now back to Nyquist as the Dragons kind of working around the perimeter here. Nyquist will penetrate, goes up, shot is good. Tommy Nyquist gets the Dragons on the board with the first 2 points of the game. As the Dragons come into a full court press, and we're going to have a turnover by the Rockets, the Warren basketball. So again, Warren coming out in a full court pressure defense here to start out. and an early Slippery Rock turnover. We'll give it back to the Dragons.
Certainly not the way the Rockets wanted to start this 4A quarterfinal match, or game, I should say.
Becker gets it to Nyquist. Nyquist kicks Burdine. Burdine drives baseline, cut off there, kicks to an open Ordaway. Cut off quickly there, now inside, and we're going to have, Burdine got it back. Burdine goes up. Shot is blocked by Prementine. Gets it back to Barnes. Barnes shot no good. Offensive rebound. Burdine, his shot is up and in. Brady Burdine makes it 4-0 Dragons.
A couple of big offensive rebounds and then nearly stolen away by Barnes. Wow.
And it's going to lead to an opportunity on the other end for the Rockets, and it's good. It's Quinn Parson laying it in. That ball went off Barnes' head. He almost had a steal. Nyquist quickly back the other way for the Dragons, just over a minute in here from the Haggerty Family Events Center here in Erie. Burdine will slow it down now. Burdine tried to drop it off to Becker. It was deflected out of bounds. It'll be Dragon basketball.
Not sure that was a wise decision there by Burdine.
We'll get that clock and scoreboard synced up to you. 4-2 Dragons, 6:37 to go first quarter. Barnes, spin move shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Becker gets it back to Barnes. Now Burdine lays it up and in. It's 6-2 Warren. And the Rockets once again break the pressure, but that pass too tall for Parson, and it's another turnover. Ball now into the hands of Nyquist. He'll bring it up for the Dragons. Early 4-point lead here. Becker. Hands off to Nyquist. Nyquist looks to drive. Cut off, kicks it back out to Barnes. Barnes drives the lane. Barnes lays it up and in. Braylon Barnes. Warren off to a quick start here early. It's 8-2. Here comes this 1-2-2 full court pressure from the Dragons. The Rockets break it this time and hang on to it. And there's a drive, and that shot is no good. Rebound Becker.
And that's really where the Dragons, if they're going to maintain this pace and that pressure defense on the glass, is where they have to maintain the biggest advantage.
Nyquist drive, shot no good. Rebound. Wolak saves it for the Rockets, who will quickly look to go the other way. Ball into the hands of Sabo, the senior and Slippery Rock football commit.
Not going to have to travel too far from home for his college matriculation.
Yep. Has it back, Wolak. Wolak drives. His shot is up and good. It's 8-4.
Sharp angle shot there by Wolak.
Yep. Also a terrific golfer for the Rockets. Nyquist. Nyquist looks to drive. Kicks. Burdine. Open corner three. That's good. Brady Burdine with the icing three-pointer. It's 11-4 Dragons.
Sabo might have got away with a travel there and looked like he was picking that foot up just as the ball came out.
And there's a turnover by the Dragons. Nyquist throws it ahead to Burdine. Burdine is rejected by Gordon, but the Dragons get it back.
Good defensive recovery there by Gordon, and a little too hot to handle on the pass from Barnes.
Rockets come back the other way. The hands of Sabo. He'll reset. Freeman-Tyne. Rockets showing a little patience here in the half court offensively. There's a drive, and we're going to get a foul on the Dragons as Gordon was driving to the basket.
And that one's going to go against Parks Ordaway.
That'll be his first. Team's first. They call it a shooting foul, so Gordon will head to the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line for a pair. Gordon's first shot up and good. He'll get one more.
It's number 22. Yep. Josh Book checks in for the Rockets. Gives Parson a break.
The second shot is good. Gordon knocks down both of them. It's 11-6 Dragons as we near the midway point here of the opening quarter. Burdine over to Ordaway. Ordaway, pull-up jumper. That's good. That's smooth-looking jump shot from Parks Ordaway. And another fast offensive start here for Warren here. That's kind of a theme for them in so many of their wins this season.
The thing you got to watch out for, though, there was also a theme in some of those losses where they had fourth quarter leads as Barnes gets another steal.
Yep. Barnes drive, shot, no good. Rebound controlled by the Rockets, and Wolak has it, and he'll slow it down.
Barnes had Becker underneath there. Might have been well served to pass that one up. Yeah, you go back to games, Andy, against Franklin and Oil City. Dragons had leads in the fourth quarter against both of those teams, and unable to finish a job.
We're going to get a foul here on Barnes. His first team second is Connor Hoffman. Will get set to check in for the Dragons, replacing Barnes. Hoffman really the sixth man for this Dragon team this season, averaging about 6 points a game.
And stepped up in a big way when Parks Ordaway was out with injury.
Inside now, that turnaround shot is no good by Book, and rebound controlled by the Dragons. Nyquist gets it quickly ahead to Ordaway.
Becker went up and got that ball down on the rebound.
Nyquist penetrates. Shot up and good. Tommy Nyquist. So smooth. 15-6 Warren. And the Dragons show pressure. Rockets break it. And ball into the hands of Gordon. And he'll reset. Sabo with it now. He'll look to drive on Nyquist. Cut off nicely. Ball back to Primentine. He stripped away by Ordaway. And Ordaway quickly back the other way. 2-on-1 with Becker. Becker lays it up and in. And it's a double-digit lead for Warren, 17-6.
I'm not sure Primentine ever had a clean handle on that ball as it's taken away again by Becker.
And Becker lays it up, and AJ is going to get a timeout there. AJ Mona for Slippery Rock. We'll take it with him and be right back. Warren 19, Slippery Rock 6. You're watching high school basketball, the District 9 Class 4A quarterfinals on D910sports.com and YDL Sports Network.
Hey, this is Joe.
And this is Scotty.
And we're the hosts of the Beehive Sports Podcast. You like uncut looks into all things sports?
If you said yes, then this is a sports show for you.
Live weekly shows broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, covering everything from local sports in northwestern Pennsylvania all the way to the pros.
Not to mention the hottest takes you will ever hear. Follow us on all social media platforms and tune into episodes today.
Welcome back in here to the Haggerty Family Events Center. 2:24 to play first quarter. Warren has jumped out to a 19-6 lead over Slippery Rock in this District 10 Class 4A.
Yeah, sorry about that before we went to break, folks.
You've been spending some time down in District 9 there the last couple of days, so we'll let that one slide.
Even pile number 23 into the game for Slippery Rock, a Geneva commit.
He gets it across to Sabo. And that ball was tipped by Warren wisely there. Pile to let it go.
Barnes will check back in for the Dragons. He'll replace Ordaway. Brady Burdine with 7 early points for the Dragons.
Up top now to Wolak. Gives over to Sabo. Rockets passing around the perimeter. Sabo on the wing. Gets it to Pile up top.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a lot of room to get that jump shot his off.
Hoffman all over Pile. And kick it back out to him.
Well, this has been the longest possession by far for either team so far in this first quarter.
And Gordon working on Burdine, gets around him, puts it up and in.
Nice move there by Gordon. Much needed bucket for the Rockets.
Under 90 seconds to play here, first quarter. Fast moving first quarter. Burdine gives off to Hoffman. Hoffman has a little trouble, able to recover. Gets it back to Burdine, now up top to Nyquist. Burdine stops, pops, and hits.
9 early points for Brady Burdine.
And again, Dragons in that pressure defense, and Barnes
does
end up getting it to
Nyquist.
Nyquist. Down low to Burdine. Dishes off Becker. No shot.
We're going to get a foul before the shot. That probably, even though it's a foul on Slippery Rock, probably worked out to their benefit there.
And that one's going to go against Gordon. His first, team first.
Wholesale substitutions here on both sides.
Nyquist to trigger under his own basket. Gets it to Becker. Can't get the finish. Fight for the rebound.
I think that's going to, it got
that's
going
to be a jump ball. Pizza Hut possession arrow gives it to Slippery Rock.
And the Slippery Rock bench is kind of begging for a foul call there. They felt Becker was over the back.
And again, Dragons in that press. Gets it to Gordon. Gordon breaks through, but it's picked off by Nyquist. And Nyquist swings it out to Ordaway, corrals that. Corner three, rims out. Gordon on the rebound.
That time they are going to get Becker for going over the back. So that'll be his first, team foul number 3.
He's got some more substitutions as Sabo comes in for Gordon, and Jack Darling checks in for the first time for Warren for Becker. Under 30 seconds left here in this first quarter. Warren leads Slippery Rock 21-8. Nice dish underneath.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Had booked the beneficiary, laid it up and in.
Just Sabo with a pretty dish right under the basket. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Nyquist with it. Our clock's a little ahead of the game clock. Dishes off to Hoffman. Has some trouble with it. Gets the shot away, but can't get it to go. And that's how the first quarter will end. Warren 21, Slippery Rock 10. We'll be right back with more of this District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal right after this. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Located at 229 Liberty Street in downtown Warren, Freedom Investment Management Group has a passion for helping people manage and preserve their wealth. Partners Rob Maring and Dave Close, along with all the professionals at Freedom Investment Management Group, are committed to providing the highest level of service to our clients. Every member of our team is experienced, educated, and passionate. We intentionally maintain a low client-to-team member ratio so that we can consistently deliver concierge-like service. Simply put, we are not like many other wealth management firms. Come experience the difference. Visit us online at freedomwealthcoach.com.
And welcome back into the Haggerty Family Events Center. Brian Hagberg and Andy Close with you here on the YDL Sports Network. This District 10 Class 4A boys quarterfinal. Top-seeded Warren taking on 8-seeded Slippery Rock. Dragons with a 21-10 lead through the first 8 minutes. Tommy Nyquist now has it, gives off to Braylon Barnes, looking for Owen Becker down low, and Becker got position and then got the bucket.
Yep, Becker just slipped his defender, and Barnes got it into it. Barnes playing a real good game so far.
John Sabo with it now for the Rockets, trying to break that press. Gives back to Elam Pyle, and the Rockets do get it across the timeline. Sabo gives over to, that's number 30, Max Kovacic. Pyle drives, dishes off in the corner. And picked off there by Brady Burdine, and he's got it. But then coming back defensively was Prementine.
I'll tell you what, you don't like the turnover if you're Slippery Rock, but you like the recovery defense, not allowing an easy layup for Warren in transition.
A couple of quick substitutions. Jacob Wolak and Dylan Gordon back in the game for the Rockets for Pyle and Kovacic.
A couple other scores in the other quarterfinal. Hickory 10 General playing 8th. Other quarterfinal going on right now, and Prep all over Meadville early, 14-2 in the Class 5A championship game.
Parks Ordaway with a jumper, can't get it to go, but Becker's there for the rebound. He runs into traffic, kicks out to Barnes, and Nyquist will reset. And we're not going to have it on air, but second game of the doubleheader coming up here. Harbor Creek and Sharon should also be another phenomenal ball game. Nyquist off the mark on the three-pointer, and the rebound is corralled in by Wolak, and he's back quickly. Sabo thought about the three, instead drives, dishes. Wolak jumper is good.
Sabo's had a couple of really nice passes that have led to easy buckets here for the Rockets.
Barnes quickly with the answer.
And this is the pace Warren wants to play.
Sabo to Prementine, back to Sabo. Gets it to Gordon. Gordon drives. Dishes out in the corner, Wolak. And then up top to Prementine. as the Rockets get into their half court. Primetime drives, lays it up and in.
Yep, just got around Becker there for the easy deuce.
Nyquist gives off to Burdine. Burdine drives, lays it up, can't get it to go.
Brady Burdine doing a good job really hunting his shot here early in this ball game. He'll earn a trip to the Ty Nesta Builders Supply free throw line for a pair.
And you can check out our friends at Ty Nesta Builders online at tynestabuilders.us. Burdine's first is up and in. Already into double figures now is Brady Burdine, as he goes 2 for 2. Gordon will bring it across. Has an open lane. Barnes closes it.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2 fouls, I believe, on Braylon Barnes. Yep, and Hoffman immediately jumps off the bench to check into the game.
It looked like Barnes was maybe trying to bait Gordon into that drive, but didn't get himself into position in time and then ended up committing the foul. As passes corralled in there by Parson. Gordon thought about driving, instead pulls it back out. Gets it to Wolak. Over to Primentine. Gordon drives, reverse layup, no good. I'm not sure if Burdine got a piece of that as Parks Ordway is out in front. Ordway can't get the finish, looking for a foul, and he's not going to get it.
Good transition defense there by Slippery Rock as Sabo goes all the way and lays it up and in for 2. Burdine lays it up and in, and the foul. Brady Burdine continues his torrid pace here. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Sabo picks up the foul, his first, team's third. Burdine will go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play.
Apologies for that. Got called away for a logistics question.
Oh, nice rebound there by Hoffman. Ordway 3, no good. Yep.
And Dragons pulled back a little bit on that press after the miss.
Yeah, I think they'll do it off next, but tough off a miss.
And Gordon's going to draw a foul and head to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line. He'll shoot a pair.
Fouls goes on Connor Hoffman, his first, team's 5th.
Not quite at the midpoint of the second quarter here. And the Dragons are just 2 fouls away from putting Slippery Rock in the bonus.
First free throw good. Gordon has 1 more. Also good.
Nyquist will bring it up the floor. Gives off to Hoffman. Fake the 3. Nyquist thought he was going to get away with one there, but he went up in the air and then tried to dribble on his way back down. Got himself called for the Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. Don't forget to make Warren County part of your travel plans with the Warren County Visitors Bureau. Visit them online, wcvb.net/events. Book. Old jumper's no good, and Burdine's going to get the rebound.
Yep, like the thought, just couldn't get the shot to fall.
And Burdine going to try to go all the way. Can't get the finish. Becker trying to fight for the rebound, but Wolak comes away with it. Chance for the Rockets to cut into this 11-point lead. Gordon gets it down low. Book. Burdine tried to take it away, and instead he's going to commit a foul.
Yeah, Burdine looking around. I think he's saying, I got all ball, but he'll get called for the foul. His first, team's 6th.
So next one, we'll have the Rockets in the bonus. And that is Josh Book at the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line to shoot a pair. It's the first.
Pyle checks back in for the Rockets.
And send Wolak
Jake
to the
Wolak
bench.
to the bench. Yep.
And second shot coming from Book. And he gets them both. 9-point Warren advantage now, 29-20. So we're approaching 3 minutes to go in the first half. Becker gives off to Burdine. Over to Hoffman. Skip pass. Ordaway on the wing. Fakes, drives, spins. Jumper for Ordaway is no good.
Tough shot.
Hoffman on the rebound. His turnaround jumper is no good. Ordaway with the tip, but can't get it to go.
And then he
Book
commits
comes
a
down with
frustration
it,
foul.
and then the Dragons commit a frustration foul. And Book's going to go back to the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line, this time with a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I think Ordaway thought he was fouled there underneath, going up for that offensive rebound.
And they're actually going to get Hoffman on
Oh,
that.
they got Hoffman. Okay.
So, again, good opportunity for the Rockets to cut into this lead. They've got it down to single digits. Book is good on the front end.
Well, right now a 5-0 run for the Rockets to get it to single digits.
And
Maybe a 6-0 run.
2 for Tripp for Book. Has the lead down to 7. And again, this is the kind of thing that we talked about. You saw it a number of times as Burdine barely got that one away from Gordon. Dragons get out to big leads and then struggle to maintain. Burdine with it in the corner. Give it back up top to Nyquist. Ordaway on the wing. He drives. This is out. Becker jumper. Off the mark. And rebounded by Book.
With Slippery Rock with, again, another chance to cut in this lead even further.
Pile for 3. Can't get it to go. Burdine.
That's a good look, though. I know it was a quick look, but it was a good look.
Nyquist directing traffic. He's going to drive, think better of it. Finds Hoffman cutting, and Hoffman gets it to go.
Hoffman gets to go again. Another beautiful pass from Tommy Nyquist. He's done that a lot.
And the Rockets, Pyle barely able to get that one back. Nearly turned it over.
Might get a 10-second call here. They got to hurry up. Do get it across.
Sabo gets by Ordaway. Book from 3, can't get it to go. But Ordaway caught him on the way down.
Yep, and that will drive a coach nuts when you foul a three-point shooter like that.
So Book making his third trip to the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line in the last couple of minutes here.
They go to the line for 3, as that's the second foul on Ordaway. So Ordaway and Barnes both with 2 fouls for the Dragons. He said Book kind of make a living here at the free throw line the second quarter.
I'm trying not to say anything because I don't want anybody to say those 2 words that, you and I don't like to hear. He hits the second. So we'll wait now until he takes this shot.
I think I know what you're going to say or want to say.
And he goes 3 for 3. That's 7 for his last 7 from the free throw line.
Lead
for
is
Josh
down
Book.
to 6. The run is 9-0 for the Rockets.
9-2.
Or 9-2. Oh, you're right. Excuse me. 9-2.
Interesting, as the Rockets have gone into, it looks like a 3-2. The Dragons are all along the perimeter, and it's stolen away. Wolak lays it up and thought about it for a second, but he does get it to go. And what was an 11-point lead coming into this quarter is down to 4. Nyquist, Ordaway for 3. Big icy ink 3-pointer for Parks Ordaway.
Dragons desperately needed that shot.
Final minute of the first half. It's poked away by Nyquist and out of bounds, but it will stay with the Rockets. Bostic under the basket, gets it to Sabo. Sabo drives.
Got
Ball
stripped
stripped
by
away.
Becker. Yep. Ball will stay with Slippery Rock. 53 seconds to go.
And this time it will be Sabo on the inbound. Finds a wide open Wolak.
Yep, and Wolak just slipped the Dragon defense there for the easy layup. Lead back down to 5.
We'll see now as Nyquist kind of moseying his way up the court. If Warren's going to try to hold for the last shot as we're in the final 35 seconds.
Not really their style, but I think in this case it might make some sense.
Verdine going to drive. And going to get called for a Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. Again, you said not their style, and it looked like Verdine wasn't sure whether he wanted to finish the drive or kick it back out.
Yep. Gordon checking back in for the Rockets.
Who could cut this to a 2-point game in the final 20 seconds of the first half. Clementine with it, guarded closely by Ordaway, who gets a piece of it. Verdine up with it now. Time, final 10. Ordaway out in front, and he loses control.
So, I mean, both teams have had opportunities here in the final 35 seconds, and turnovers on both sides.
7 seconds to go here in the first half. Dragons pull back. Sabo drives, dishes, Book gets it. And the Rockets have cut the lead to 3 at halftime. At the end of 2, it's Warren 34, Slippery Rock 31. We'll be back with the Potter County Family Campground halftime show right after these messages on the YDL Sports Network.
Are you looking for a great place to relax and enjoy the fresh mountain air of the Susquehannock State Forest in the Allegheny Mountains? Then the Potter County Campground is the place for you. Your outdoor adventure starts at the Potter County Campground with family and friends. The Potter County Campground can accommodate all your camping needs. Whether you camp in a tent, RV, or one of their camping cabins, they have a camping experience for you. Open year-round, the 44-acre Potter County Campground is located in the heart of Potter County, God's country. Check them out online at pottercountycamping.com.
Located at 229 Liberty Street in downtown Warren, Freedom Investment Management Group has a passion for helping people manage and preserve their wealth. Partners Rob Maring and Dave Close, along with all the professionals at Freedom Investment Management Group, are committed to providing the highest level of service to our clients. Every member of our team is experienced, educated, and passionate. We intentionally maintain a low client-to-team member ratio so that we can consistently deliver concierge-like service. Simply put, we are not like many other wealth management firms. Come experience the difference. Visit us online at freedomwealthcoach.com.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Hey, this is Joe,
And this is Sketty.
and we're the hosts of the Beehive Sports Podcast. Do you like uncut looks into all things sports?
If you said yes, then this is a sports show for you.
Live weekly shows broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, covering everything from local sports in northwestern Pennsylvania all the way to the pros.
Not to mention the hottest takes you will ever hear. Follow us on all social media platforms and tune into episodes today.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
And welcome into the Potter County Family Campground halftime show. Your score at the half of this District 10 Class 4A boys quarterfinal. Warren 34, Slippery Rock 31. And Andy, very entertaining first half. It was all Dragons throughout the first quarter. And then all of a sudden, Slippery Rock went on a little run there in the second, and the Rockets have cut what was an 11-point Warren advantage down to 3 here at the half.
Yeah, the pace, I think, is exactly what we expected. Both these teams very athletic, like to get up and down the court. That's kind of what we saw in the first half. Warren was in command of this game. I mean, it's hard to say in command because it's so early in the game, and Slippery Rock's a good team. But Slippery Rock got to feel great about the way they closed the half. And if you're Warren, you kind of have to manage a little bit of foul trouble. Not significant, but a couple of starters, Braylon Barnes and Parks Ordaway, with 2 fouls each. And that was really one of the keys for Slippery Rock, too, getting to the free throw line to kind of help cut into that deficit here. But again, a very, very entertaining first half, kind of what we expected.
Fast-moving first half as we look at the clock. It's just now 6:30 when we've got only about 6 minutes left in halftime. So looks like they'll be on pace to maybe start game number 2 on time. As if they don't, of course, that's going to be entirely my fault now. So, but yeah, we talked about briefly in our very abbreviated pregame show. These were 2 of the hottest teams, not just in 4A, but maybe all of District 10 coming into the postseason. Warren was on a 5-game winning streak, yep. And Slippery Rock had won, I believe it was 6 of the last 7, including a big win over number 2 seed Grove City in the final game of the regular season to really force their way into this bracket. And they're looking like they got a great shot at the 8-1 upset here in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think I said something or tweeted something and told people this is not your typical 1-8 quarterfinal game, and that's no disrespect to Warren because Warren was a very deserving 1 seed. That's more due to the fact Slippery Rock is not your typical 8 seed. You're talking about a team that played a very difficult schedule. Again, the record not great, 11-11, but this is a team that's battle tested, and you could tell when they got down early. There was no panic from them, and again, I know I said it before, but I think kind of getting, what we expected here, and it's almost a shame in a way, as you alluded to, 2 of the hottest teams in District 10, that they have to meet in the quarterfinals, and of course, we know that District 10, sets it up as North versus South matchups with each of the quarterfinal games, but there's going to be a very good team at the end of this one going home.
Yeah. Well, and you could very easily make an argument for Slippery Rock not being an 8. I mean, you could probably persuade a lot of people with the way this season ended, that this was maybe, a 6 at worst coming into the postseason. But again, those early season struggles for the Rockets kind of pushed them down. But again, this has turned out to be really a good matchup for them as well. You saw them struggle against the press early on, but then once Warren stopped hitting those shots and being able to get set in that press, the Rockets were really able to get into their offense, and as you can see, cut into that lead.
Yeah, and Warren's a team that you've seen time and again this year. They're able to deliver a knockout punch. They can do it early game, and they can do it quickly. We've seen them score, 30-plus points in a quarter multiple times this season. So the quick start certainly was not a surprise. Again, Slippery Rock's got to feel great about the way they ended the half. But, I mean, Warren is still up 3. And so I'm sure they would maybe not take it given the way the game started. But, if you were told before the game, hey, you're going to have a 3-point lead, I think they'd live with that.
Well, and again, we talked about, those games specifically looking at Franklin and Oil City, a game that they lost at the buzzer. But again, those were games that they were up in the fourth quarter. And if you're in the locker room right now, is some of that doubt starting to creep in? Some of that, here we go again. Now that this leads down to 3.
I mean, I think that's easy to fall into, but I don't think so. I mean, this is a team, again, not only did they come in winners of 5 straight, they're battle tested, not only in the regular season, but this is a group by and large, especially the junior class and the seniors as well. They've been through these playoff wars before. I don't think they're going to panic. I think they'll come out and play a very good second half.
And I'm sure they're, as you said, this is a class for the Dragons that have been through the playoffs a number of years, and last few years it's been Hickory, that Mercer County team that's kind of been their Achilles heel.
Speaking of
Hickory, here they are again playing a team down south from Mercer County and really having a tough go of it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Hickory and McLean, that 4-5 game, the winner of this game played the winner of that game. That game down at Farrell, that game was 28-28 at last check late in the first half. And in the 5A championship game, it was all prep. They had a 15-point second quarter lead. on Meadville just to give you an update on those games for those of you tuning in, and we're so glad you are.
Yeah. And stay tuned with us throughout the night. You'll be heading over to Mercyhurst for that 6A game at the conclusion of this one, 6A championship game. And I'll be staying right here to bring you live updates from Harbor Creek and Sharon, and another Class 4A quarterfinal game. Another one that should be a great quarterfinal matchup.
Oh, yeah. Harbor Creek, again, you're talking about two teams with 500 records, but again, Harbor Creek played in that brutal Region 7 with McDowell and Prep and Erie and McLean, and actually beat McLean twice, and Meadville. So there wasn't really an easy game on their schedule. Not many of them, that's for sure. And Sharon's a team that started off really hot, was the Region 5 leader for a while, kind of tailed off towards the end of the season, but then kind of righted the ship at the very end. So, again, that should be a very good ball game as well.
Kind of opposite track that Slippery Rock took to get into the postseason here.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
All right, so that'll just about wrap up our Potter County Family Campground halftime show. We're going to take a quick commercial break, then be right back with third quarter action. Don't go anywhere. This is Allegheny Gorilla Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Are you looking for a great place to relax and enjoy the fresh mountain air of the Susquehannock State Forest in the Allegheny Mountains? Then the Potter County Campground is the place for you. Your outdoor adventure starts at the Potter County Campground with family and friends. The Potter County Campground can accommodate all your camping needs. Whether you camp in a tent, RV, or one of their camping cabins, they have a camping experience for you. Open year-round, the 44-acre Potter County Campground is located in the heart of Potter County, God's country. Check them out online at pottercountycamping.com.
And we're back here at the Haggerty Family Events Center, the home of the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Brian Hagberg and Andy Close with you here on the YDL Sports Network, about 10 seconds away from the start of our third quarter.
And Brian, I'll jump in just real quick if I could. Didn't really give halftime stats there. For Warren, Brady Burdine with 13, Ordway with 5, Becker with 6, Nyquist and Barnes with 4 each. And it was Book with 11 for Slippery Rock, Wolak with 8, and Gordon with 6 to lead the Rockets.
And the Rockets will start the second half with the basketball, trailing by 3.
Looks like the same starters out there for both teams to begin the second half.
Nyquist nearly poked that inbound pass away from John Sabo.
Yeah, I think Nyquist doesn't get enough credit for how good of a defender he is. Everyone sees the great point guards because he's an excellent on-ball defender.
And Sabo up top, and Nyquist just going after that ball. Get it to Wolak. Now to Prementine, going to drive on Ordway. Doesn't get the shot, but there's a big personal foul. If that goes against Ordway, that's his third here.
Yep, and
not even 30 seconds into the third quarter.
We talked about him and Barnes were the two guys with 2,000. Quickly 3 for Ordway as Prementine will go to the free throw line for a pair.
Prementine at the Ty Nesta Builders Supply free throw line. Visit our friends at Ty Nesta Builders online at tynestabuilders.us. And again, this has been a big reason why Slippery Rock's been able to cut into this lead. They've been very good from the free throw line. And, of course,
without fail.
First miss in a long while for the Rockets from the line, but they have cut this down to a 2-point Warren lead. Nyquist drives, tries to lay it in, can't get enough on it. And Rockets back quickly.
Yeah, they have numbers.
And blocked away by Ordway and then knocked out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it was off Burdine. So Slippery Rock catches a break there, will maintain possession.
Parks Ordway, the smallest guy in the court, at the 5'8", getting the block there. Oh, nice play by Nyquist to get the deflection and the steal.
Has Barnes out in front. Barnes lays it up. It's blocked. Man, I'm not sure. That one looked like it might have been on the way down.
Yeah,
but
no argument from Warren coach Jeff Burdine as we have a tie game now, as laying it in there for the Rockets with Prementine. So all the way back
up at 34. Rockets have erased an 11-point deficit early going here of the third quarter. Barnes over to Nyquist. And Nyquist can't get the finish. Rebound goes out of bounds off the Rockets, they say.
And right away, I see Tommy Nyquist being a little more aggressive here offensively in the third quarter, really hunting his own shot.
Nyquist And Barnes was blocked away from getting the ball.
That's a tough call on
Parson, I believe.
Yeah, they're going to get Parson with that foul. I think the correct call, but a tough call.
First on Parson, team first.
Dragons having trouble getting it in.
Verdine finds a wide open Becker, though.
As soon as I open my mouth, I get a wide open layuff off the inbound. Here comes that press. That's going to be a travel.
It is a Warren County Visitors Bureau travel on Sabo. It's a quick bucket and then a quick turnover.
Becker now with 8 points for the Dragons.
Verdine into Nyquist. Verdine spins, dishes off to Becker, puts it up and in. 4 quick points for Becker.
Yep, and that was just a great move and pass by Verdine.
Nearly knocked that pass away. Rockets are going to get it up. Sabo's going to try to go, split the defense. Floater is good.
Yeah, John Sabo for two. Sorry about the camera work there. Yeah, if you can beat that press, you're going to have some opportunities for some easy looks.
Talk about an easy look. There's Braylon Barnes underneath. And then steals it away. Ordaway turnaround jumper. Can't get it to go. And Becker is fouled going up for the rebound.
And we didn't see Barnes really for the last 5 minutes of the first half. He picked up 2 fouls. But up until then, he was playing superb defense. And you see it again there with another steal.
As we've got Josh Book coming in for Parson.
Yep, Josh Book with 11 first half points.
Sabo picks up his team second. Nyquist in the corner. Becker slipped trying to get through the screen there. And we're going to get a hand check now on the Rockets.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Gordon with that. Yep. Second team third.
And this was something the Rockets did not do in the first half as Bremerton takes that one away and then Nyquist returns the favor.
Yeah, again, not a good inbound pass there, led to the steal. Nyquist, great transition defense to prevent a layup there.
Sabo under the basket, gets it to Gordon. Gordon drives. It's blocked away by Verdine, but out of bounds.
We'll stay with the Rockets.
Inbound, Bremerton goes up and gets it. And it gets it out to Wolak. And Sabo will set the Rocket offense. Gordon drives. Blocked away by Verdine, knocked out of bounds, off the Dragons.
That's Verdine's second block of this possession. We'll stay Slippery Rock basketball as Connor Hoffman will check in for Warren. He'll replace Parks Ordaway with the 3 fouls.
Wolak jumper.
Okay, they kind of let him have that.
Mark.
He's like, I'll take it, but it was off.
Hoffman with the rebound. Nyquist back quickly, drives, dishes, Verdine, blocked, but no, he draws the foul.
Yeah, the block was clean, but got him with the body.
And Brady Verdine will head to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line to shoot a pair. As Bremerton picks up his second.
Team's fourth.
Good on the first.
Yep, Verdine leading scorer in the ball game for either team now with 14 points.
And Verdine has a 2-for-2 trip from the line.
So Warren has responded here with an 8-2 run after Slippery Rock tied the game.
Gordon drives, and they're going to get Hoffman.
Now they're getting on the way up. They are.
I think Hoffman might have been able to keep that one if he had not swung the arm down. But you bring that arm down, and they're going to get you almost every time.
Yep. Dylan Gordon to the line here for a pair.
Gets the first. And a 2-for-2 trip for Gordon. And gets the steal. Verdine, I think, thought that was going to go out of bounds. And, wow, big collision under the basket.
Are they going to get a foul here on Hoffman?
Or are they going to just say Hoffman knocked it out?
Yeah, no foul call
No
here.
foul. They're going to say that just went out of bounds off of Hoffman. It was a big collision under the basket. Sabo down low. Book can't get it to go, and Becker gets
that's
the rebound.
that's tough to finish over the top of the 6'4" Becker.
Burdine fakes a three, drives baseline, and he's going to get called for the offensive foul. And Burdine hit the floor hard. He's still down.
I think he's okay. Just a little dust up there. He hit the ground pretty hard there on that drive.
Official leaned in and checked on him, and Burdine says he's okay, so they'll let him stay.
Dragons going to show in this 1-2-2.
Sabo. Hoffman tried to pick that one off, and now the Rockets have numbers.
Yeah,
what
I
a
think
move there by Book.
Yeah, I think that was smart by Barnes not to foul. Lead back down to 2.
Becker gets back to Nyquist. Burdine in the corner for 3. Off the mark. And Barnes had a shot at that if he'd have stayed where he was.
Yeah.
But he went in to get the rebound, and it bounced right past him.
Stay Warren basketball here. 4:13 to go in the third quarter.
Dragons clinging to a 2-point lead. Rockets came all the way back to tie it at 34, and then Warren got 4 quick points. Burdine turnaround jumper, no good, but he's fouled on the way and going to head back to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line.
Yeah, between Burdine for the Dragons and Book for the Rockets, they've both been to the free throw line quite a bit here.
And Burdine good on the first. Elon Pyle checks back in for Gordon. Burdine good again, and Warren is going to take a 30-second Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning timeout. And don't forget, when your heating, plumbing, or AC stops working, call Luton's to get it running again. Visit them online at lutonsplumbing.com. And, man, Andy, I'll tell you what, Rockets came all the way back, tied this thing up. Warren's been kind of clinging to a 2 or 4 point lead since, as we're near the midpoint of this third quarter.
Yep, got it to as much as 6, but then slipped the Rock to 2, now back at 4 after the Burdine free throw. So, as you said, back and forth we go here in the third quarter.
And interesting, as Warren comes out of this timeout, they're going all the way back in their half-court defense.
Yep, not going to press. I mean, that's tough. You can't really, I mean, there's, really no team can really sustain a press from an energy level for an entire game. I mean, that takes a lot out of you. So I think they'll kind of pick their spots here in the second half.
Sabo going to be able to bring it across the timeline cleanly. And Nyquist picks him up. Gives it over to Prementine. It's poked away by Burdine. And Prementine nearly picked his pocket on the way back up the court.
They have good defense there by the Rockets, again, to prevent a fast break. The Dragons will get in the half-court set here.
Hoffman on the wing. Gives off to Burdine. Barnes up top. Had some space, but was looking to pass all the way.
He can make that shot.
And this time he's going to take the 3 and hit an icy ink 3-pointer for Braylon Barnes.
Well, he made me look smart on that one. That was a good look, and Barnes able to knock it down. Lead now largest it's been in the second half, 7 for the Dragons.
And again, Dragons come back and play that half-court defense. Sabo dishes off to Prementine. Over to Pyle. Pyle kicks out to Wolak. Back up top for Sabo. Pyle for 3. He hits.
He's a very good shooter. Yep. Knocks down his first one of the game there. And a big one for the Rockets.
Takes it back down to a 4-point Warren lead. Becker gives off to Nyquist. Hoffman up top to Burdine. Burdine's got a little space, kicks out Barnes. Now to Nyquist for 3. Rattles in and out. Hoffman with the rebound. Turnaround jumper is short. Hoffman still fighting for it. Connor Hoffman, what an effort there, and he's pushed away. And that's going to draw a whistle on Pyle. Pyle and Hoffman were tied up, and Pyle pushed them away.
Yeah, and that was just again that play was all effort by Hoffman. He missed the shot and never gave up on the play, and ends up drawing a foul on Pyle in the process. And the Dragons now only one away from the bonus with 2:17 to go here in the third quarter.
As Parson and missed the second number. We'll get it as they come through the defense. Couple of subs in for the Rockets. Hoffman with it up top, gives off to Nyquist. And Nyquist surveys, going to force Prementine to come out on him. Hoffman thought about the three, thinks better of it. Dishes off to Burdine. He'll not hesitate to take that one as Becker tips the rebound and Barnes comes up with it.
Again, Dragons slowing it down again here, leading by 4.
And again, this was the other part of what allowed Warren to get that big lead in the first half was the rebounding.
There's a turnover.
Pyle stops, somehow maintain the pivot, fires three off the mark.
Oh, what a play.
A save. What a save by Parson.
Yeah, Parson knocks it off of Burdine. Again, Burdine was trying to shield him there with the ball going out of bounds, but just a heck of an effort there from Parson.
90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Sabo. Pyle thought about the three. Hoffman on him. Instead, it'll be Gordon for three. Can't get it to go. Hoffman on the rebound. Nearly lost the handle on that pass, but Burdine able to haul it in. Nyquist now for Barnes. Becker dishes back to Nyquist. Tried a little pick and roll, but Pyle with Becker all the way. Ball's poked away from Becker, and Prementine comes up with it. Spins and lays it up and in.
Levi Prementine, what a steal and what a coast-to-coast layup. Lead back down to 2.
And again, we talked about this at the end of the first half.
And neither team could really hold from the last shot.
Under 30 seconds, Hoffman drives, tried to dish it down low to Becker. It's picked off by Sabo. Dishes off, Prementine lays it up, can't get it to go, tips the rebound. Sabo for three, off the mark, and Becker.
It's gonna be warm. Okay.
Got it after it hit the out of bound line. Wow.
That was a good look from Sabo. Would have gave Slippery Rock their first lead of the game.
And we've got all kinds of buzzers and substitutions. I see Wolak and Kovacic back in the game for Slippery Rock. A little offense, defense here. As Nyquist takes it with 12 seconds. Fires a deep three off the mark. Becker tips the rebound, and nobody's going to get a shot away before the buzzer sounds. And we head to the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. This one's shaping up to be an instant classic. Warren 47, Slippery Rock 45. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Located at 229 Liberty Street in downtown Warren, Freedom Investment Management Group has a passion for helping people manage and preserve their wealth. Partners Rob Maring and Dave Close, along with all the professionals at Freedom Investment Management Group, are committed to providing the highest level of service to our clients. Every member of our team is experienced, educated, and passionate. We intentionally maintain a low client-to-team member ratio so that we can consistently deliver concierge-like service. Simply put, we are not like many other wealth management firms. Come experience the difference. Visit us online at freedomwealthcoach.com.
Just about set to start the fourth quarter here from the Haggerty Family Events Center. Brian Hagberg and Andy Close with you on the YDL Sports Network. Warren clinging to a 2-point lead, 47-45 over Slippery Rock. District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal. Winner gets the winner between Hickory and General McLean going on right now.
We'll get you a score update on that here soon.
Tommy Nyquist dishes. Hoffman can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and Wolak comes down with it.
Yeah, Hoffman just kind of short-armed that one a little bit.
As you see, Becker was on the bench to start the fourth quarter for the Dragons. He's quickly summoned to the scorer's table. Dish out. Gordon for three. Rims out, and Burdine poked the rebound. I think that went off of Kovacic's face. Braylon Barnes with a little floater is no good on the other end.
Well, Warren's missed a couple of shots from in close here to begin the fourth quarter. That was a good outlet pass from Nyquist. Rockets come back down.
Brementine has an open lane. Gets by Hoffman, and we're tied up at 47.
Yep, again, just back and forth we go.
The Rockets got it tied early in the third quarter. Dragons got a couple quick buckets to retake the lead. Burdine runs into trouble. Gives off to Hoffman in the corner. Back up for Nyquist. Fakes three. Drives. Down low for Barnes, who lays it in.
Another great pass by Nyquist.
Brementine with it. Drives. Dishes off. Wolak has a little trouble, but nobody within range of turning that into a turnover. He's able to corral. Gives back to Kovacic. Gordon on the wing. Now Kovacic up top. Brementine. Brementine drives, runs into traffic. Hoffman trying to take it away.
Jump ball stay here with the Rockets.
Pizza Hut possession arrow. Don't forget, you can order yourself a fresh hot pizza right now at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, Sabo back in for the Rockets, Becker for the Dragons.
Just over 6 minutes to go here in regulation. And Sabo gets it up to Brementine. Had to go way up high to get that one.
And Ordway back there. Ordway sat for a good bit of that third quarter with the three fouls.
Gordon to Wolak. Brementine drives, kicks out. Gordon runs into traffic, and he's going to get called for a Warren County Visitors Bureau travel. And don't forget to check out all the great events going on in Warren County with the Warren County Visitors Bureau at wcvb.net/events. Nyquist gives off to Barnes. Barnes stops.
Ooh, that was really close to a travel.
Nearly got one. Nyquist thought about the three. Instead gives it to Ordway, who will take the three and hit. An icy ink three-pointer for Parks Ordway.
Ordway's second three of the game, lead to 5, and that feel not big, but it every possession here is so critical as we get down to the 5-minute mark.
Gordon with the answer, he gets it. An icy ink three for Gordon.
And we're getting a timeout here by the Rockets with 5:07 to go in the fourth quarter.
And we're going to take a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning timeout. We're going to take it with them. This is Allegheny Gorilla Foxbury High School basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
Just about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter here from the Haggerty Family Events Center. District 10 Class 4A quarterfinals. The top seeded Warren Dragons lead the number 8 seed Slippery Rock Rockets 52-50.
And in case you were wondering just how much fun this bracket is, Hickory and McLean tied going to the fourth quarter.
In the 4-5 matchup there.
Again, winner of that game will play the winner of this game in the semifinals next Tuesday.
And we've got the 6-3 game right here after this one. Ordway for three, off the mark. Rebound kicked around. Hoffman can't control it. And it goes out of bounds to the Rockets.
Kind of pinballed around there. Hoffman last to touch it.
Nearly had a big save, did Hoffman. But Rockets now with a chance to tie or take the lead. I believe, Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, if they were to take the lead, it would be the first time in this game.
It would.
Wolak Gets it down low. Book has some trouble with it. Fight for the ball. And that's going to result in a tie-up, and the Pizza Hut possession arrow gives it to the Dragons.
I was going to say, I thought the possession arrow favored Warren. It does. As Burdine, quick break, he'll check back in for Hoffman. Dragons have played just 7 guys here tonight. Darling saw some, really just 6. Darling saw some brief action there in the first half.
Nyquist drives, lays it up, can't get the roll, but Becker gets the rebound. Blocked away by Sabo, but he can't save it.
There was a whole lot going on there. Thought the shot from Nyquist might fall. It doesn't. And then just a battle for the rebound under there.
Nyquist got everything but the finish on that one. Now he'll trigger, gets it into Barnes. Barnes lays it up, too strong. Book on the rebound.
Dragons have missed a few like that from close in here in the second half.
Gordon drives. Kicks back out to Sabo, thinking about 3, but Nyquist right in his face. Sabo instead drives, dishes the Book. Can't get the shot, but draws the foul. And Book's going to head back to the Tie Nesta Builder Supply free throw line.
Yeah. Again, Book kind of made a living there in the first half. I think that's his first. This is his first trip of the second half to the line.
We'll have a chance to tie it up here with 2 shots. As we're at the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Gets the first. And the second rattles out. Nyquist, as Warren has a 1-point lead now, gives off to Barnes. Over to Burdine. Becker drives, lays it up. And Owen Becker is going to head to the Tie Nesta Builder Supply free throw line to shoot a pair.
Again, I'm here. She'll shoot 2 here, but the Dragons are in the bonus. A 17 foul on the Rockets. Warren with 14 fouls.
And Becker gets a friendly roll on the first as Hoffman comes back in for Ordaway.
A little offense-defense here for Warren.
Well, and especially Ordaway with those 3 fouls. I'm sure Jeff Burdine wants to make sure he's available in the final minutes if they need him. And Becker hits the second.
Lead is 3 for Warren.
Sabo across the timeline. Here's over to Book. Clementine for Gordon. Takes the 3, gives over to Wolak.
This has become much more of a half-court game in the second half.
Sabo dishes off to Gordon. Gordon drives. Stripped away by Hoffman, and Nyquist up with it. Burdine out in front of the defense, and he lays it up and in.
The defense to offense for the Dragons. The lead is 5. I think the Slippery Rock might get a timeout here. Nope.
Clementine
Cut off there by Burdine.
gets it to Wolak, poked away by Burdine, but out of bounds. And Burdine, aside from being the leading scorer, has really had some active hands defensively.
Yes, and we are going to get a timeout here now from the Rockets.
Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning timeout here for Slippery Rock. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll say right here and let you know that if your heating, plumbing, or air conditioning takes a timeout, you call Luton's to get it back on the court. Visit them online at lutonsplumbing.com. So 2:54 to go here, fourth quarter. Warren 56, Slippery Rock 51. Had been an 11-point Warren lead at the end of one. Slippery Rock came all the way back to tie it early third quarter.
Yeah, and they've had twice. They had looks, once late in the third, once early in the fourth. Threes when they were down to it would have given them the lead. Both kind of rattled out. But the current situation now, Warren 5. Now both teams under 3 minutes ago. Now both teams have played are not strangers to these situations, these close late game situations.
Warren is in the bonus and has only 14 fouls.
Yeah, possession arrow right now is with the Rockets.
Clementine gives it to Sabo in the corner. He'll bring it back up top. Gordon. Gives over to Clementine.
Slippery Rock being very patient here.
Get some direction from AJ Mata on the bench. And stolen away by Nyquist. He telegraphed that one, but can't get the finish.
Wow, and you don't see that often from Tommy Nyquist. That's
and then a foul on the other end.
Hoffman. It was a great defensive play by Nyquist, and again, there was a contest on the layup, but I think he'll tell you that's one that he usually puts in.
A little bit of that defensive back skill coming into play on that interception of the pass.
Yep. And that's 4 now on Connor Hoffman. 4 fouls.
Sabo with a nifty move and gets to the
big
short
buckets.
jumper.
And now we see Warren. I thought they were going to look to push there. Again, this has been as high tempo as it was early. It's become much more of a half-court game here late.
3-point ball game. Nearly stolen away. Burdine with a jumper. Rims out. Rebound knocked out of bounds to the Rockets.
And again, you'll live with that shot if you're Warren. Brady Burdine with a game-high 19 points. Gets a good look there in the lane, just not able to hit it.
Under 2 minutes to go. Rockets with a chance to tie it. Winner goes on to the Class 4A District 10 semifinals. Gordon with it up top for the Rockets. Lots of direction coming from the bench area and AJ Mata as Prementine dishes off for Sabo. Sabo drives around the back. Through traffic, it's taken away. Skitters out and off the Dragons. So
but again, I think that was Nyquist there with the quick hands.
Rockets catch a break there as Dragons weren't able to gain possession after the strip. And we've got a whistle. Didn't see what the call was there, but Slippery Rock going to inbound again. Prementine goes up and gets it. We're under 90 seconds to play. Prementine drives, puts it up and in.
And one. And one opportunity to tie the game here.
Good catching. I didn't hear the whistle all the way up here. Barnes picks up his third, and now the next foul will put the Rockets in the bonus.
More importantly, this free throw tie the game.
Rims out. As good as the Rockets had been early in the game, last couple of trips, the ball's just rimmed out and allowed Warren to maintain a slim lead.
Yep, if I'm Warren, I kind of milk this clock and make Slippery Rock come out and foul me.
And that's exactly what Nyquist looks to be doing here. He's got an open look, gives it off to Becker. Becker underneath, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Book. And now the Rockets have a chance with less than a minute to play. The number 8 seed looking to upset the top-seeded Dragons here. Need a bucket. Have not led at any point in this game as we are down to almost 40 seconds to play.
Just running their motion offense here. Nyquist goes out there on Sabo.
Prementine up top, gets Burdine in the air, drives, it's taken away. Fight for the ball. Prementine comes up with it, and AJ Mata gets a timeout.
Wow, Hoffman had the quick hands there to force that deflection, and Rockets just gained possession for just a quick second there. Good timeout.
So our clock is 2 seconds ahead of the game clock as this is a full timeout. But again, we're gonna stay right here. And holy cow, this one coming right down to the wire.
As we thought it might.
Warren clinging to a 1-point lead. Slippery Rock with a bucket here would take the lead for the first time in this game. Have not led at any point. Have tied it a number of times. And come into these District 10 4A playoffs as the number 8 seed. Could pull off a monumental upset here.
Well, I think it would be an upset in terms of seed, but not in terms of, I mean, I think we both thought this was going to be a good game. And just to give you a quick update on that other game, is also a 1-point game in the fourth quarter in favor of General McLean. So fans getting their money's worth here tonight. This has been, either way this shakes out over the final 27 seconds, and maybe more. Both teams leaving it all out on the court. This has been a terrific basketball game.
Coming out of this defensively, if you're the Dragons, do you foul to preserve time?
Well, no, because that would put Slippery Rock at the line. If they had a foul to give, I'd say absolutely at some point. But 16 fouls now.
Prementine tips it, no good, but there is a foul.
Wow.
And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Levi Prementine at the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line has a chance to give Slippery Rock its first lead of the game.
Pressure free throws here for Bremerton.
And he gets the roll on the first.
Kind of a brief little wry smile there.
And Jeff Burdine's going to take a timeout and try to ice him here. Another Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning timeout.
Again, this is just incredible. A free throw, if Bremerton team's able to knock down the second one, will give Slippery Rock their first lead of the game with 26 seconds to go. I think as much as about maybe trying to ice the shooter, this is about what Warren's going to do on the offensive end this timeout from Jeff Burdine.
Well, and again, as we talked about, this is not an offense built to hold for the last shot. It's really not, and we've seen at the end of the first half and at the end of the third quarter, the Dragons, when they tried to slow that tempo down and hold, ran into ball control issues.
Yeah, and I get make or miss. I think you put the ball in the hands of Nyquist and let him, give him a one-on-one isolation. Let him either get a shot or create on his own. We've seen him find guys underneath for the entire game.
Are you surprised Ordway's not in the game right now for the Dragons?
Yes, a little bit.
Second shot coming for Bremerton. Chance to give the Rockets the lead. Can't get it to go!
All right, well, now Nyquist is going to hurry up the court, but you absolutely hold the last
And there's
shot
the timeout right now by Jeff
And he's
Burdine.
going to get Ordway back in the game.
Absolutely. Wow.
That was in and out.
It looks for all the world like that was going to be a good free throw and Slippery Rock would have the lead. But here we are, 20 seconds to go, tied at 56. Dragons have 2 timeouts left, just one for the Rockets. Both teams with 17 fouls, so any foul puts somebody on the free throw line. My goodness. How about some playoff basketball, Andy?
Yeah, this has been phenomenal. And we might not be done after these 20.8 seconds. We might be done. Either way, I think if I'm Warren here, sometimes you like to give yourself an opportunity on maybe an offensive rebound off a miss. I don't know. If I'm Warren, I don't want Slippery Rock getting the ball back with a chance to win the game.
We saw that last week in District 9, right?
Yeah.
With Ridgeway, and they held through an overtime period, took a shot but missed with 3.5 seconds, and Elk was able to come down the other end of the floor and get a shot away and win the ball game. So I agree, Andy. I think if you're Warren here, that ball's got to be going through the hoop with no time left on the clock.
Warren has been on both ends of a buzzer beater this season. Brady Burdine hit a shot at the buzzer to beat Harbor Creek early in the season, and then they were on the other end of one when Cam Van Warmer hit about a 35-footer for Oil City to stun the Dragons at home.
So Burdine to inbound, Nyquist, Barnes, Becker, and Ordway also on the floor for the Dragons. They get it into Nyquist.
He'll probably hold here to about, 7-8 seconds, then go.
Our clock looks to be about a tick ahead of the game clock, so just bear that in mind for those of you watching at home. And Nyquist with 8 seconds now drives, gives to Ordway for 3. He hits it, an icy ink three-pointer for Parks Ordway with 3 seconds to go.
Unbelievable. Again, they put the ball in the hands of Tommy Nyquist, let him create, found Ordway open on the wing, and Ordway, one of the premier three-point shooters in District 10, knocks down perhaps the biggest shot of his career.
And you see Hoffman coming back in the game for the Dragons, Pyle going to the score, able to check in for the Rockets. And here we go again, 3 seconds left. We'll try to put that on the clock for you so you have the correct time. 3 seconds. Rockets have to inbound from under their own basket and get up the floor quickly. But, again, here's the thing. If you're Warren, do you just foul them? Send them to the line.
Right. It's the age-old argument, right? Do you foul up 3 late or not? Different coaches will give you varying opinions on that. My experience with Jeff Burdine coach teams in the past is that they do not foul in this situation, but that doesn't mean they won't here. The only problem with that is you potentially bring losing the game into the equation. I mean, as rare as that could be, you get a kid makes the first, misses the second, you get tip out for 3 and win. But we'll see what they do here. And again, 3 seconds, not enough time, but the Slippery Rock will have to go the length of the court. And Nyquist, I think, is going to come up here on Pyle. We'll see.
And Warren's now going to take it. That was the last time out for the Rockets. This is Warren's got one left after this one. my goodness. This thing has lived up to its billing for sure. 59-56. Dragons lead it on a Parks Ordaway three-pointer. 3 seconds to go. 1 timeout left for Warren, none left for the Rockets. Both teams in the bonus, playing for a chance to go to the District 10 semifinals. And again, Andy, as we talked about, 2 of the hottest teams in all of District 10, and one of them is going to see their season end here tonight.
Yeah, and again, just a quick update on the other game. McLean and Hickory tied inside of 2 minutes to go.
Sounds familiar.
Man, playoff basketball, there's nothing like it, is it? This is awesome, man. This is, no matter how this shakes out, this is awesome.
If you're a fan of high school sports, this is what you want to see from a playoff basketball tournament.
Both teams have played well.
Yes.
They've all left everything on the floor. Neither team's really handed anything to the other. This has just been a terrifically played basketball game. And again, Warren, the top seed, we knew this was going to be a challenge, and boy, has it ever been. Here we go. 3 seconds.
Wollock to inbound.
And you see Barnes coming up here.
Gets it to Gordon. 2-1. Gordon for 3. He got it! Dylan Gordon at the buzzer!
Oh, my.
Wow, we are headed to overtime.
Unbelievable.
And this is what we talked about. Do you want to leave time on the clock for Slippery Rock? And this time it came back and bit Warren as Dylan Gordon slices through the defense and gets a 3-point shot away at the buzzer.
And Brian, I'm looking down at both head coaches, right, and they're both just the voice of calm right now. We can't hear what they're saying, obviously, but just you can tell by the way, their facial expression, trying to keep both of their teams even keeled. Just 2 3-pointers in the final 3 seconds of regulation. Are you kidding me? Let's play at least 4 more.
Yeah, we got at least 4 minutes left here in this District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal. Holy cow, what a finish. First, it was the missed free throw
by Bremen team. That would have gave Slippery Rock the lead.
Slippery Rock still has not led in this game. Has not led in this game, have the Rockets.
For Warren, it's going to be Becker, Burdine, Barnes, Nyquist, and Ordaway. We'll see who the Rockets come out with. Becker will jump center for the Dragons.
Starters on the floor for the Dragons. See Prementine, Sabo, Wolak, Book, and Gordon. So Book, the only non-starter out to start the overtime here.
Yeah, and again, I thought so. They were switching sides. You don't switch sides for the overtime. Becker and Wolak were kind of on opposite ends there. They'll jump center here.
And Dragons control the opening. Nearly taken away by Prementine.
And that was almost an over and back, too. Wow.
So Bedine with it now for Warren. Gives over to Ordaway. Fakes the 3. Drives. Tried to get it down low to Becker. It's taken away. Book up with it.
And again, so much emotion there at the end of regulation. We'll see how both teams respond in overtime.
Sabo to Gordon. Book back to Sabo. Finds Wolak. Goes baseline. Tried to kick it out to Book. It goes to Prementine.
Break there for the Rockets.
And Sabo's going to calm things down.
We've seen a lot of deflections in this game.
Yeah, both teams really active hands defensively. As that one's already poked away by Barnes. Prementine gives it over to Sabo. Sabo's going to drive. Kicks out to Wolak. Back to Sabo.
And Nyquist again got his hand on the ball there. Slippery Rock in no hurry.
Prementine with 3 minutes to go in overtime. Sabo back to Prementine.
Yep, Warren staying solid here defensively.
Kick out to Wolak. Back to Sabo. Rockets trying not to make any mistakes here.
Not forcing anything. Warren's defense good here in the half court as we tick under 2:40 to play.
As we look down in the opposite end, the Huskies and Tigers in the tunnel waiting to come out.
I think they're kind of enjoying this one too.
Sabo runs into a double team, gets it to Wolak. Wolak, jumper. He hits.
There it is, Brian. The first Slippery Rock lead of the game with 2:20 to go in overtime.
Nyquist gives off to Burdine. Now Barnes for Nyquist. Nyquist has a lane, kicks it out. Burdine, corner three, off the rim. Rebound taken by Ordway.
Great hustle by Ordway.
Burdine up to Nyquist. He's going to take a three and knock it down. And icing three-pointer
So
for Tommy Nyquist.
That lead was short-lived. What a big shot by Nyquist.
100 seconds left here in the overtime. Wolak gives off to Gordon. Dishes down low to Book. He puts it up and in.
Back and forth we go. Rockets by one.
Nyquist across the timeline. Drives. Dishes to Becker. Becker can't get the shot, but draws the foul.
Again, just another pinpoint pass by Nyquist.
Oh,
I feel like I keep repeating myself, but Becker to the line for a pair.
Becker at the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line. And the first is no good.
Becker will get one more.
Hoffman will come in for Ordway. Again, some of that offense-defense substitution going on. Minute 21 left here in overtime. And Becker misses both. Rebound taken by Book. Big miss there at the free throw line. Slippery Rock with a chance now to make it potentially a two-possession game.
Ooh. Hoffman kind of got in the passing lane there. Don't have to foul yet if you're Warren. Slippery Rock's going to milk this clock, though.
Gordon with a minute to go. Brementine over to Sabo.
Probably start thinking about it with 30 seconds.
And there's Hoffman.
Sooner than that.
I don't think Hoffman's his reaction says he was not intending to foul.
And he's fouled out. That's number 5 on Connor Hoffman.
That's a big foul there for Hoffman. With 50 seconds to go here in overtime, Levi Brementine at the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line. Chance to make this a 3-point game.
This is a one
and one. Sorry.
Yep.
And he gets the first. Misses the second, and Becker's on the rebound.
Nice rebound by Becker.
And Nyquist's going to slow it up. Let his guys get into position. And then drive, lay it up and in.
I had a feeling he was keeping the ball in his hand the whole time there. Slippery Rock going to take that timeout here. They can hold for the last shot here.
Under 30 seconds to play. Gordon over to Sabo. Up to Brementine, under 20.
Gordon looks up the clock there.
Wolak. To Brementine, up to Sabo with 10. And it doesn't look like they're going to take the timeout. Sabo drives.
Oh, he traveled.
And he gets called for the Warren County Visitors Bureau with travel with 6 seconds to go.
That's tough. He tried to pivot, and the pivot foot just slipped as he tried to make his move.
And Jeff Burdine telling his guys to get all the way down the floor. Gordon's going to be all over Nyquist here on the inbound. Becker gets it to him. Nyquist. 3, 2, passes. Burdine at the buzzer. It's no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. That extra pass, I'm not sure what Nyquist was doing. He had an open look at the basket.
Well, I think so often we see Tommy Nyquist make the perfect pass, and he tried to again. He did. He had a runner in the lane there, chose to dish it. I mean, he had time to do so, but the additional pass to Burdine was the one they couldn't make, and that Burdine shot wouldn't have counted anyways. Hey, let's play 4 more. Double overtime here from the Haggerty Event Center. And are Harbor Creek and Sharon hanging around here? The player, did they go back inside their locker rooms?
I see the Harbor Creek players.
And that's
under the scoreboard.
And that's tough too if you're a team kind of waiting to get going here too, and you're ready to go, and you got to wait at least 4 more game minutes.
Yeah.
This has been an unbelievable game.
So now both teams still in the bonus, 18 fouls each, tied at 64. Dragons have 3 timeouts for this second overtime. Rockets have a pair. Are you surprised Slippery Rock didn't take a timeout in that last 10 seconds?
I was a little bit. I just got a text from my brother-in-law. He's like, you got a foul there. And he was talking about Warren at the end of regulation. There we go. Again, it'll be Becker
And Wolak.
And Wolak to once again jump center.
And this time the Rockets control. Gordon and Primatine play a little catch near the volleyball attack line. Now give it to Sabo. And again, Dragons now without Connor Hoffman here in the double overtime. And Ordway playing with 3 fouls.
Yep, so not really an issue at this point.
And it's taken away by Ordway, and then Sabo recovers.
Ooh, and he almost went over and back.
And then a collision in the lane, and that looks like they're going to get Barnes on that.
So it was almost a disaster for the Rockets, and ends up in free throws. Well, a free throw. This is still one.
They say it is the one-on-one. They're going to call that on the floor.
Yep, team foul number 9 on the Dragons. Slip the Rock with 8.
Next one will send the Rockets to the double bonus. And just a clarification there for the scorers table that this was a 1-and-1, but that's 4 now on Barnes. Yeah. So he's got to be careful the rest of the way.
No good.
Miss.
Yep, rebound Burdine. Ball into the hands of Nyquist.
Nyquist over to Barnes in the corner. He'll bring it back up for Ordway. Has a little trouble with it. Gets it back. Gives over to Nyquist. Nyquist trying to get that fancy dish to Becker. It's taken away by Gordon. And I think the Rockets have caught on to that little dish by Nyquist. Primatine on the wing. Ordway all over him, and that's
a silly foul, and that's going to be 2 free throws. 4th on Ordway.
So now Barnes with 4, Ordway with 4. Hoffman on the bench has fouled out.
And Primatine kind of with his hands on his knees a little bit. Fatigue does start to play a factor here for both teams.
First shot from the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line is short.
Yep, he left it short. And again, that's understandable. You're in the second overtime. It's understandable that the fatigue playing a factor. A lot of these guys, Primatine's almost gone the distance.
And he hits the second, so Rockets have a 1-point lead here. 2:59 to go in the second overtime. Nyquist dishes out to Barnes. Over to Ordway. No hesitation on the 3. Off the mark, but right to Nyquist as bodies go flying. And Nyquist going to draw a foul.
Yep, now this will be, is that the 9th or the 10th?
That's the 9th, but are they calling it on the floor?
Yeah, I think he was looking to pass. That's the 4 on Primatine now, too. So Primatine and Ordway both at 4.
So 1-and-1 coming up from the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line for Nyquist. He hits the front end. They're tied at 65.
And Nyquist has gone the distance, has not left the court in this game.
And 2 for 2 for Nyquist gives Warren the lead again. 66-65, 2:40 to play in the second overtime. Gordon over to Sabo. Back to Gordon. And he's blocked away, and what a save by Becker. And then stolen away by Wolak for the easy lay-in.
Holy cow.
What looked like a huge stop for the Dragons turns into an easy bucket for Wolak.
And that was just an ill-advised pass there from Burdine.
Barnes now over to Ordway. Ordway drives.
Cut off there.
Kicks out to Nyquist. Baseline to Becker. Becker fouled.
So Becker will go back to the line for a pair. I mean, both teams are shooting 2 shots the rest of the way.
In the double bonus the rest of the way. Becker on his last trip to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line missed them both. Needs to get at least 1 here to tie, 2 to take the lead. 2:07 to play in overtime number 2. And that foul went on Wolak. We've got another conversation at the scorers table.
Yep, just a final from Farrell. Hickory has beaten General McLean, pulled away late for a 61-54 win. So the winner of this game will get Hickory in the semifinals.
And Becker gets the first to tie it at 67. And neither of these teams any stranger to the Hornets. So
no. Warren's played in the playoffs the last 2 years. Slippery Rock played in twice in the regular season, obviously. As Becker knocks down 2 that time to give the Dragons a 1-point lead.
68-67. Warren leads it. Just about 2 minutes to go in overtime number 2. Primatine over to Wolak for 3. Rams out. Burdine with the rebound and draws the foul.
Yeah. Wow.
That looked for all the world like it was going to fall.
That
and then
touched
fell
every
out.
inch of the rim, I think.
And so it'll be Brady Burdine to the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line to shoot a pair. And Jeff Burdine telling Barnes and Ordaway to stay way back.
Yep. He doesn't want a fast break. Yep.
Burdine good on the first.
Burdine now with 20, game high. 5 guys in double figures for the Dragons. They average 5 guys in double figures, 4 in double figures for the Rockets.
And a 3-point lead now for Warren. As we are under 2 minutes to go here in the second overtime. Primatine to Gordon. Gordon hit the 3 at the end of regulation to send it to overtime. Now he drives and lays it in.
That was just a blow by. Just a great move by Gordon.
1 point Dragon lead. Nyquist will bring it across. 90 seconds to play in overtime number 2. And Jeff Burdine's going to take a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning timeout. We're going to take this one with them. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School Basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Welcome back to the Haggerty Family Event Center. Brian Haggerty, Andy Close with you here on the YDL Sports Network. 1:27 to play officially in the second overtime of this District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal. The top-seeded Warren Dragons, the 8th-seeded Slippery Rock Rockets.
As we said before, Tip, I think I said this like 5 times, but I'm going to say it again. Slippery Rock, not your typical 8 seed. I think everyone knew that coming in. No one better than this Warren team. And, again, it's a situation of Warren ball here, up 1:27 to go. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow is with the Dragons.
Warren led by 11 early. Rockets came all the way back to tie it. Parks Ordaway hit a 3 with 3 seconds left in regulation. And then Dylan Gordon came back and hit a 3 at the buzzer to send us to the first overtime.
Yep. I make Slippery Rock kind of come get me here if I'm Warren.
Brady Burdine. With Primatine on him, gives over to Becker, and that's probably the guy for the Rockets. If you're going to foul, that's who you want to foul.
Yep, back in the hands of Nyquist.
Nyquist with a minute to play in overtime number 2. Nyquist coming back out with it now.
Yep. He's got the ball on a string.
And now Nyquist dishes off to Becker underneath, gets it, and 1 for Owen Becker.
And again, I don't know how many assists Tommy Nyquist has in this game. I think it's double digits.
I think that's probably a pretty safe bet as Owen Becker finds himself back on the Tionesta Builder Supply free throw line. No Dragons there for the rebound. Not sure of that strategy with Becker at the line, but he hits.
The lead is 4.
4-point lead. We're a little ahead. There's 50.3 seconds left here, so.
Now, Slippery Rock's got to go here. You can get a 2 here. You can definitely get a 2.
Gordon going to drive. Kicks out. Wolak back to Gordon for 3. Knocks it down. Another icy ink three-pointer for Gordon.
Not? How clutch has Dylan Gordon been? He's up to 19 now.
Man, I don't know. If you're the Dragons, you let anybody else take a 3 other than him. I mean, just double him. Don't let him get the ball out around the perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if you're Warren here now, I mean, you make Slippery Rock come foul here. 38.7 seconds to go.
And I apologize. I was a little slow on the clock trigger there, so we're a few seconds ahead on our clock. It's officially 38.7.
Burdine with 21, Becker with 17, Ordaway, Nyquist, and Barnes with 11 each for the Dragons. Against Gordon for the Rockets leading the way with 19, 16 for Book, 14 for Primatine, and 12 for Wolak. Sabo has 6. Well, I would have guessed Sabo had more than 6. He's played a good game here.
Been a lot of distributing for Sabo.
Yep.
So again, 38.7, and our clock a little bit ahead here on the bottom scoreboard there. 38.7 left on the game clock here at the Haggerty Family Event Center. Sharon and Harbor Creek waiting patiently to get out on the floor for warm-ups.
Yep. Yeah. First, we see the Harbor Creek boys over there. And, just
as the Rockets come out in a press now.
Interesting.
Verdine gets it into Barnes. Barnes gets it across the timeline. Runs into trouble. Gets it to Becker. Becker has a wide open Verdine, but it's tipped and into the hands of Prementine. Up to Gordon. With 22 seconds to go.
And now I go sooner rather than later if I'm Slippery Rock.
Sabo drives, loses control, but he's fouled.
And correct me if I'm wrong, has Sabo been to the line tonight?
I believe once early. Okay. That one's going to go on Nyquist. But it is a trip to the Ty-Nesta Builder Supply free throw line for John Sabo with a chance to give his team the lead. And he missed the first. 14.8 left on the game clock.
And box out here becomes very important.
Becker and Barnes down low for the Dragons. It's Book and Wolak for the Rockets.
Short.
And Burdine comes up with the rebound. Picked up his dribble, gives off to Nyquist.
And Jeff Burdine got a timeout.
Wow, Brady Burdine almost ran into some real trouble there as he picked up his dribble, I think expecting a double team.
And that's tough if you're John Sabo. Again, we touched on, played a real good game tonight and just, misses 2 there. And again, you do wonder how much of a factor fatigue is at this point.
Exactly 10 seconds on the game clock here. Again, ours is a couple seconds ahead. So don't go by our game clock. There's 10 seconds even on the game clock here. Warren leads 73-72. Second overtime. This District 10 Class 4A quarterfinal. Dragons led by 10 early. Rockets came back to tie it in the third. Warren took the lead on a Parks Ordway 3 with 3 seconds to go. Rockets came back with Dylan Gordon with a 3 at the buzzer to send it to overtime. We were tied at the end of 4 minutes, and with 10 seconds left, Warren now leads it by 1. Both teams in the double bonus, both teams with 1 timeout left, possession arrow, points at the Dragons.
Yeah, but again, just looking at both coaches in the huddle, just again, pictures of calm, diagnosing what they want to do here. I'm curious how long Slippery Rock will wait to foul. I don't think you can wait too long. And if you're Warren, I think this ball...
It has to go to Nyquist or Ordway, I would think. You want to send maybe Burdine. Well, Burdine's going to trigger, so it's got to be Nyquist or Ordway because those are the guys you want sent to the line right now. And it's tipped, but Nyquist gets it. He's fouled.
Yep. The initial defensive play was clean. And again, I think that's just a case of, maybe momentum carrying you into the offensive player there, Nyquist.
So Nyquist going to head to the Ty-Nesta Builder Supply free throw line to shoot a pair. And one of the comments on our feed is great game by both teams by Art Gamble says that, and wholeheartedly agree, Art. This has been a phenomenal ball game. And Nyquist makes the first. As you see Elam Pyle check in for the Rockets, a solid 3-point shooter with 8.9 seconds to go. Nyquist to make it a 3-point game. He gets it.
Now, do you foul here if you're Warren? They didn't last time and it bit him.
Sabo quickly gives off to Gordon. Gordon for 3. Got it again! And there we're going to go to a third overtime. Dylan Gordon for the second time in this game nails a deep 3 for the Rockets.
I'm going to say 2 things here. Number 1,
foul.
Number 1, foul. Number 2, but you just have to, at some point, you just have to tip your cap too. Dylan Gordon, big shot after big shot. This game, big shot after big shot. Brian, I've covered a lot of high school basketball. I know you have too. This is on a short list for best games I've ever seen.
Absolutely. We're headed to a third overtime here at the Haggerty Family Event Center. Warren, Slippery Rock tied at 75. Winner to face Hickory in the District 10 Class 4A semifinals on Tuesday. And my goodness, now if you're Warren, how deflating is that for the second time in this game that Gordon's able to just come up and hit a dagger?
I mean, they bounced back from the last one. This is this team, maybe never been a game quite like this, but they've been in a lot of, big games, tight games. I don't think that'll affect their execution. I don't think it'll affect Slippery Rocks either. That's one thing. I think these coaches have done a great job of keeping these guys even-keeled in a game with so much emotion.
And so we go back to center court. Becker, Wolak, for the fourth time tonight, going to go to the tip.
Tip controlled by the Rockets. Sorry,
by
Brian.
The Rockets, yep. Give it over to Gordon. And again, Andy, Slippery Rock didn't lead in this game at any point until the first overtime.
Correct.
Sabo to Gordon.
Biggest lead, Slippery Rock 2, Warren 11. I think it might even been 13 or I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Book with it for the Rockets, gives off to Gordon. Now to Prementine. Top Wolak, Gordon. Tipped away by Ordaway. Parks Ordaway gets the layup.
Oh, what a defensive play by Parks Ordaway. Can talk about a kid who's made some big plays in this game.
Sabo dishes off to Prementine. Wolak thought about the three, instead drives, dishes down low to Book.
Oh,
He lays
beautiful pass by Wolak.
Just over a minute into the third overtime, and we are tied at 77. Burdine kicks out Barnes for three. Hits it, an icing three-pointer for Braylon Barnes.
Just big shot after big shot. Braylon Barnes has hit it. That's his second three of the game.
Sabo gives off to Gordon. Thought about that deep three again. Instead, we'll hand off to Prementine. Runs into traffic.
Nice defense there by Burdine, but a
Finds
better
Book,
pass.
but can't get the finish. Becker rebounds. Nyquist across the timeline. Drives. Comes back out. I don't think I'm playing this conservatively with a 3-point lead here, Andy. The way the Rockets have come back, Dragons need every point they can get, and there's a layup.
That takes that for conservative, Tommy Nyquist says.
Well, he pulled it back out and pulled everybody with him, and that lane just opened right up. It's now a 5-point Warren advantage. Wolak, Prementine.
Yep.
He lays.
I was going to say biggest lead for either team in the overtime, but big bucket there by Prementine. In any of the overtimes, I should say.
Nyquist has an open look again, and another layup for Tommy Nyquist.
I think there's some exhaustion here at this point. That's twice now Tommy Nyquist has gotten to the rim uncontested.
It's Sabo now for the Rockets. Under 90 seconds to play in overtime number 3. Gordon for three. It's tipped, and they're going to say Burdine got a piece of the arm, and Dylan Gordon's going to head to the Ty Nesta Builder Supply free throw line for three.
I don't know. He may have. Burdine certainly adamant he did not.
If he did, it was on the way down.
Yeah.
He definitely got the ball on the way up, but maybe on the way down is where he caught the arm. Regardless, Gordon is at the line to shoot three. It's the first. One more will make it a one-possession game. And he missed. So here we go. Big free throw coming up from Gordon, who's been the hero twice at the buzzer so far tonight. Gets the third. It's a 3-point lead.
A.J. Mott is going to get a timeout here.
Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning timeout by the Rockets. And lots of you chiming in. And yeah, Mom, I need the heart medicine too, I think. Holy cow.
Joe Bees. I don't know if we're Joe Buck and Chris Collinsworth would appreciate it.
Well, I don't know. The way I see people talk about Chris Collinsworth, I might take that as an insult. But, oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
overtime number 3.
The second games, I believe, are underway from both Farrell and Mercyhurst. Harbor Creek and Sharon will tip at some point tonight.
Well, maybe it might be tomorrow morning by the time they get that game going. The way this thing is played out.
Yep, Grove City and Corey have tipped off from Farrell. That's the 7-2 game here in this 4A bracket. And let's see, 6A title game between McDowell and Erie. Is that underway? It is.
Dynamite drop in, Andy.
So
84-81, 1:14 to go. Warren leads Slippery Rock. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow points at the Dragons. Warren has 2 timeouts. Rockets have 1. Inbound goes to Becker. Becker with a little behind the back dribble, splits the defense.
Smart play there by Ordway,
who was wide open for a 3, but gives it to Nyquist, over to Barnes, back to Nyquist as we are at a minute to play.
Nyquist just dribbles around the defense.
Barnes, pass taken away by Wolak. And that pass to Sabo nearly caught him unaware. He turned just at the last second. Up top to Gordon. Probably don't want to let him have the ball too long out there. Prementine lays it up and in. 1-point game. Nyquist up to Ordway.
3-on-1. Ordway pulls it out.
Again, I'm not sure about this strategy. The way the end of these quarters and overtimes have gone is there's the foul.
22.9 to go. Nyquist to go to the line for a pair.
Wolak picks up his third. And Tommy Nyquist back on the Ty Nestor Builder Supply free throw line.
First one,
Hits
good.
First. That one looked awkward coming out of the hand. And this one to take the lead back to 3.
Tommy Nyquist has been perfect from the line tonight.
I noticed how you waited to say that.
I believe that's 10 of 10, but I'll have to check.
Dragons have got to double Gordon here, right? With under 20 seconds to go. Sabo gets it to Gordon. Sabo's still trying to get up, and it's blocked away by Nyquist.
Yep.
That's going to be Rockets' ball. Nyquist can't believe it, but he was very clearly the last one to touch it. 11.3 to play. It's Rockets' ball under their own basket.
I will ask again if the clock gets under 5 seconds.
You can't let Gordon take another 3-point shot. You just can't. Prementine with it. Book in the corner for 3 is
short.
off the mark. Saved by Wolak. Gordon can't canal it. 4 seconds to go.
Gordon would have had a look there.
And Jeff Burdine's going to take a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning 30-second timeout with 4 seconds to go.
Whew.
Give us a chance to catch our breath as well.
I don't think I've taken one in about an hour. Warren assistant Jeff Eaton was having a conversation with one of the officials there. I'm not sure exactly what that was about.
I wonder if he was getting clarification on where they're going to inbound and whether they can move. And
did they put a second on? Was that a 3 or was that a 4?
No, it was at 4
Okay.
when they took the timeout. So 4 seconds even to play. Warren ball under the Slippery Rock basket. Now this was out of bounds, so whoever the inbound man is, I assume it's going to be Burdine.
Yeah, and Warren
going to have to stay still.
Yep, Warren. Both teams have a timeout, so if Warren can't get it in, they can call a timeout here.
And it will be Burdine to trigger.
And this is a tricky spot to inbound from.
And Ordway behind the defense. 2 seconds and he's fouled.
Yeah, well, I think I can say for the first time in a long time, if he hits one, the game's over.
Ordway with a chance to put this one away and send the Dragons to the semifinals. Heads to the Ty Nestor Builder Supply free throw line to shoot 2. 2.3 seconds to go. Gets the first.
And I think that's going to do it. Let me just get this out of the way right now. I know we're going to have a post game, but as good a high school basketball game as you will see, period.
And again, just so disappointing that one of these teams has to go home tonight in this quarterfinal round.
It sure is.
Ordway, second shot. Up and in. 5-point lead, and Slippery Rock takes its final timeout. Final Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning timeout. 2.3 seconds to go. Warren 88, Slippery Rock 83. Both teams in the double bonus. One timeout left for the Dragons. Possession arrow points to Warren.
I mean, if you're Warren, you pretty much just let Slippery Rock have a bucket here. Again, it's one of those games. I know it's cliche. Where it truly is a shame that one of these teams is going to see their season end here for tonight. And looks right now, Slippery Rock is going to be that team. Warren, the top seed. Again, I don't think this was a case of them overlooking Slippery Rock by any means. This is a very good Slippery Rock basketball team.
And the Rockets have been phenomenal here tonight. Dragons have been phenomenal here tonight. And, again, right now it looks with a 5-point lead, like Warren's going to head to the semifinals and a third straight playoff matchup with Hickory.
Yep. Hornets have won the last two. The first one, the Hornets went all the way on to the state championship game within a bucket of winning a state title.
And they're leaving Gordon all alone to collect this inbound. I'm not sure how wise that one is. One dribble. And he just missed that one. And your final in 3 overtimes, Warren 88, Slippery Rock 83.
I'm looking at Tommy Nyquist, and he's just stoic over there as he goes through the handshake line.
And a lot of respect between these two teams, I think, earned here tonight. And every bit of it, you say that word, earned by both teams. As they played a whale of a ball game. Rockets' season comes to an end, but they fought to the last second for it.
And there are probably going to be some tears in that locker room afterwards for Slippery Rock, as there should be. They, again, nothing to be ashamed of, though. Came into the playoffs red hot, left everything out on the floor here tonight, and then some. Dylan Gordon, what can you say? 2 huge shots.
Did everything he possibly could to keep his team in it. And again, just on this night, Warren did just enough more to send themselves to the District 10 Class 4A semifinals. They'll meet Hickory again on Tuesday. Time and location to be determined for that game. And we'll be right back after this with our post-game show. We're going to try to get our player of the game up here for an interview. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg post-game show on the YDL Sports Network.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
Hey, this is Joe.
And this is Sketty.
And we're the hosts of the Beehive Sports Podcast. Do you like uncut looks into all things sports?
If you said yes, then this is a sports show for you.
Live weekly shows broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, covering everything from local sports in northwestern Pennsylvania all the way to the pros.
Not to mention the hottest takes you will ever hear. Follow us on all social media platforms and tune into episodes today.
Located at 229 Liberty Street in downtown Warren, Freedom Investment Management Group has a passion for helping people manage and preserve their wealth. Partners Rob Maring and Dave Close, along with all the professionals at Freedom Investment Management Group, are committed to providing the highest level of service to our clients. Every member of our team is experienced, educated, and passionate. We intentionally maintain a low client-to-team member ratio so that we can consistently deliver concierge-like service. Simply put, we are not like many other wealth management firms. Come experience the difference. Visit us online at freedomwealthcoach.com.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
With locations in Chippenville and Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
All right, welcome into the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg post-game show. And as you can see, we're being joined by our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, powered by Icy Ink and Warren. Warren's Tommy Nyquist. And Tommy, we're winded all the way up here. I'm sure you got to be feeling it tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit. They hit great shots at the end, and we just were able to keep going. I mean, we got in foul trouble a little bit, and we just struggled to get a stop at the end. But then we worked hard, and then were able to get those stops.
And I'm sure coming in, Andy and I talked about it throughout the game. Not your traditional 8 seed coming into these postseason or this playoff bracket. But did you expect this much of a challenge from the Rockets here tonight?
I mean, I knew everyone in this bracket is really close, so I was expecting a really close game. But I guess no one's really expecting triple overtime. So,
and so take me through that. At the end of regulation, Parks hits the big three, puts you guys up. Was there any talk in that time out there right before the last shot for Slippery Rock of maybe trying to foul or do something so they couldn't get a 3-point shot away?
I mean, we were trying to do. I guess we were just trying to get a hand. I mean, not fouling was said towards the end, like in double overtime, but we didn't say it in that time.
And Gordon comes out, he hits the big three at the buzzer for regulation, and then does it again at the end of double overtime. What were you guys thinking at that point as you head into overtime number 3?
Well, I think we were all winded, but we just knew that we had just to keep working, and we finally were able to get that last stop, and we just hit our free throws, and we were able to get the win.
You go into a game in 3 overtimes. Connor fouls out early in the first overtime, and then Parks and Braylon were playing with 4 fouls each. Again, what kind of discussion is going on the bench when you have a couple of guys 1 out and a couple of them more playing with 4 fouls?
I mean, we just had to be really smart on defense. We had to try to play defense without fouling, and down the stretch we were able to do that.
And then that last sequence that Slippery Rock had the ball down here under its own basket. It looked like Gordon was going to get another chance at a 3, and you guys are able to poke it away. It goes out of bounds off of then. But again, what are you guys feeling at that point knowing you got the ball back?
Well, at that point, we were just like, all right, we weren't really accepting victory because we had to make these last 2 free throws. So we were just still locked in.
And looking ahead a little bit now, you guys are going to get Hickory here on Tuesday.
Is that who won?
Yeah, Hickory.
Okay.
Hickory came away with the win. So 3rd time in a row, you guys are going to face the Hornets in the postseason. They've knocked you guys out the last 2 years. What do you have to do to make this year different?
Well, Hickory's a great team. I mean, like I said, this whole bracket's pretty even. So we're just going to have to keep doing our thing, push the ball. We're just going to have to work. We're just going to have to work hard and play our game.
All right, our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, powered by Icy Ink and Warren, player of the game, Dragons Tommy Nyquist, 3 overtime win. Tommy, thank you so much for stopping by. Congratulations. Good luck and get some rest, young man.
Thank you very much.
All right, we will be right back after this with a final wrap-up here from the Haggerty Family Events Center. This is Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School Basketball on the YDL Sports Network.
Hey, this is Joe.
And this is Sketty.
And we're the hosts of the Beehive Sports Podcast. Do you like uncut looks into all things sports?
If you said yes, then this is a sports show for you.
Live weekly shows broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, covering everything from local sports in northwestern Pennsylvania all the way to the pros.
Not to mention the hottest takes you will ever hear. Follow us on all social media platforms and tune into episodes today.
All right, back here for our final thoughts from the Haggerty Family Event Center. In triple overtime, Warren 88, Slippery Rock 83. Dragons advance to the District 10 Class 4A semifinals. They will meet Hickory on Tuesday. Again, time and location to be announced. And unfortunately for the Rockets, their season comes to an end here in the District 10 quarterfinals. And certainly nothing to hang their heads about, not only for the season they had, the way they forced themselves into the playoffs, but the game they played here tonight, Andy.
Yeah, again, it's a Slippery Rock team that was playing its best basketball at the right time of year, and a different opponent, it might have been a different outcome because they played after getting down early. They played one heck of a ball game, and hats off to Slippery Rock. Great season. You hate it's truly one of those games you hate to see anyone lose.
It is. This is arguably the best time of the year, but it's also can be a very emotionally draining time of the year. Not just from a 3 overtime game like we had here tonight, but again for those teams who see their seasons come to a close. Again, it's just heartbreak. But on the flip side of that, if you're the Warren Dragons, you're riding a 6-game winning streak going into the semifinals, and after surviving a battle like this, you got to have a ton of confidence as you face a Hickory team that's knocked you out of the playoffs 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, this is a Warren team playing great basketball. There's no question. Again, I say a different opponent might have been a different outcome for Slippery Rock tonight. Warren played a great game. 5 guys in double figures again. I do want to point one thing out. Warren was 21 of 24 from the free throw line. Slippery Rock 20 of 30. So in a game where every point mattered.
As the coaches like to say, make your free throws, kids.
Yep.
It's so often is the difference.
And I'm gonna go away just from analysis here for a minute because I think we could analyze this game till we're blue in the face. Just what a treat. I normally don't do this either. Just thank you to both teams for a phenomenal game.
As Chris Birch stops by our booth here on his way up covering the Rockets. Always like to say hi to Chris and great coverage he provides for the folks down in Mercer County.
Chris is a great guy. But just final thought, bar none, one of the best games I've ever seen. I say that not being a prisoner of the moment, but in all my years doing this now, I can count easily on one hand the number of games that have been that good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, arguably the best game that I've seen probably in a long time. You know, I'll tell you what, this one ranks right up there with another Warren Slippery Rock contest that happened a couple years ago. That one was in a district championship game on the girls' side that time. But I mean, this one, it's right up there with it for me personally to have witnessed. Again, these players just left it all out on the floor here tonight. And our hats off to both teams for the effort they put forth. So, again, your final here from the Haggerty Family Events Center in Erie. Warren 88, Slippery Rock 83 in triple overtime. Dragons advance to the District 10 Class 4A semifinals in a date with Hickory. Slippery Rock sees its season come to an end, and that will bring our broadcast here tonight to an end, as well as Sharon and Harbor Creek on the floor for warm-ups, getting set to tip off their quarterfinal matchup here in just a few minutes. And don't forget to stay tuned to yourdailylocal.com, D910sports.com for all the game recaps, analysis, highlights, game broadcasts, and so much more from all throughout District 9 and District 10. For Andy Close, this is Brian Hagberg saying thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and good night from the Haggerty Family Event Center.